Alright. Everyone, I'm hearing everybody talk about Modern Warfare 3. What's going on with it. Everyone's talking about it like it's goddamn November, it's goddamn June. Now I understand people want to talk about it, but everybody's had their time to talk about it. Now let me talk about it. And get rid of this gum. I don't want it. Don't want it! Go ahead and pick it up now. Now means now. Not later, not tomorrow, now! Anyway, go around the corner. Don't disturb the camera. Modern Warfare 3. Now, we're talking about the perks it's going to have. Now, I understand it hasn't been confirmed yet, but I understand it's going to be a bitch beat sensor back in the game. Why would you put a bitch beat sensor, heartbeat sensor back in the game? Why? Why? All that does is promote stillness. It promotes camping. Because see, some little bitch will get that in his hands and they'll sit in one corner and wait for people to come by on the radar. That's all they'll do. You need to promote movement, reward movement, not encourage camping. I've always said everyone should have a dot on the radar, remain visible. The more you fire your gun, the less visible that dot becomes. That would discourage people from sitting there in one spot waiting for people to come by. That would encourage movement. We need to reward movement in this game is what we need to do. And by having the ghost, whatever you call it, cold-blooded, whatever the hell you call that, where the name tag's not visible, that should never be in a game. Name tags should always be visible in a video game. Now, all that does when you take a name tag off the person, it encourages them to sit on the wall and blend in with the surroundings. That's all it does. Stopping power, I don't know if it's coming back. I don't think it is, whatever. I know you haven't confirmed or denied the fact that dedicated service, but all we really need now is dedicated servers. That's all we really need. Dedicated servers are a necessity for online gaming, and that's what we really need. And that's what we hope you bring us. But you need to encourage movement in this game and discourage camping. What I'm going to tell you right now about this is, let me explain something to you. Put some type of XP point system in that rewards players for being on the move the whole game. So after the match, the more you move, the more XP points you get. Then it goes in, that'll be into your score, added into your score. Therefore, you will have more XP points and you'll score better. Add that in there somehow. That way it will encourage people to move. Now, you sure still have them strays that will sit there and plant game wars and camp and play defensively, because we know that if they have a bad game, the YouTube trend will go down the hill, because it means everything in the world to them. Reward players for movement. And I also think with movement, rewarding people with XP points, I think there should be some type of special bullets or maybe a special weapon that you can acquire based strictly on movement in the video game. The more you move. Something needs to be done like that, because we cannot encourage camping. Second chance, please, please. Whoever thought of that idea, second chance, whatever game it was, should be immediately fired and brought up among charges. They should immediately be fired and brought up on charges, because second chance is a travesty of video game. Do you realize what happens in second chance? Not only does the person that you put in second chance have more invincibility than the person shooting them, it takes more bullets to kill them, and then you're reloading to kill somebody else and you get shot from behind, whatever. That is a problem. Taking off a name tag in a video game, no. Like I said, it encourages people to sit there in the surroundings and blend in with the wall. That is not acceptable. That needs to be taken out completely. I don't care how good a score you get. You should not be able to have your name tag taken off. That promotes camping. And like I said, Ghost Pro with the ability not to be seen by radar or whatever, recon, whatever the fuck it is, that shouldn't be in the game either. Because it ruins the game. It slows the game up. You need to reward people for being on the move in this game. Not discourage them, reward them. Encourage movement. Discourage campers. If you stay in the same, if you're a camper, you need to devise some type of formula for your servers, right? That it monitors people's play styles, right? And how they play and how the less move they are, whatever, they'll be categorized as a camper. You'll match all of them up into one lobby and put people like me that want to run around and gun in one lobby. And let them play to their fucking 10-minute time limits with the score being 24 to 2400 because they're all going to camp. Let them play together. It'll force some of them that may be on the edge to move around and get more kills. Because I certainly don't want to play with a lobby for that. I'll get out of the lobby. Dedicated, so you don't know how bad the host migration is in this game. You'll host migrate. There's somebody else will host migrate. And so forth and so forth. The game will be over and wait like 8 minutes. You've got to have dedicated servers. Number one for the lag issues. That's a must. That's a given. If you give us anything, dedicated servers, I'm sure, would keep the Call of Duty community, it would keep the Call of Duty community quiet for the next year or so. That's all I ask for. We need to promote movement in this game. I hate to say it. That's what we need. The weapons now, we need to do something with the weapons too, because you got a weapon right now called the FAMAS. That thing is so overpowered. Everyone used to think it was an AK-74U. The FAMAS is the most overpowered overused gun in the game. I look at my kills. It's by the FAMAS, A-74U, and the Galil. We need to balance these weapons out more. If you're going to use an SMG, they got to have bigger than a 20-clip mag, whatever, a 20-clip magazine. You need to do something with the SMGs that make them, you even run faster with them or something. We need to figure out a way to devise a way to make this game fast-paced. Because I'll tell you what, oh, the overbearing of kill streaks in the sky at the same fucking time, they're overpowered. That's another thing people don't understand. People will camp to get kill streaks. They will camp to get them. Me, you'll never see it happen. Never, 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 never. Never. I don't camp for nothing. I won't even go to a regular campground and camp. I won't do it. I can't do it. So the bottom line is, what have we learned today? We need to encourage movement. Reward people on the move and discourage campers. We need to unreward campers. If people want to camp and play defensively like a little bitch, then they shouldn't be rewarded with any perks. You should have a system set up that if you don't have a certain amount of movement by a certain level, that you do not get to advance up there in rank, or you cannot advance up there and get acquire a better weapon or something. Some attachment that cannot be had. Some perk that cannot be had. You need to make it where you have to have at least 20 matches in a row with a certain amount of movement going through the map, a certain amount of miles logged in on one game, something. I'm giving you ideas here, and if you want a strict guideline, a regimen to follow, you can always PM me, we'll get together. I have confidence in the Modern Warfare 3 team, because let's face the facts, you know, the haters out there are going to hate on Modern Warfare 3, just like they hate on every Call of Duty. You know why they hate? Because there ain't another game out that's even a 10th of a 16th of a 32nd of a 64, of a 128, of a 256, of a 512, of a 1024, of a 2048, of a 4096, of a 5000... and 92 or 10,188, whatever. There ain't a game out there that can come close to it and touch it. And the haters out there are pissed at it because they can't play Modern Warfare, Black Ops, whatever, because they suck at it and get owned at it. So they want to go to Battlefield and all these other easier games. And they hate Call of Duty franchise for it. So the haters are going to hate. They're going to hate. And believe me, they're going to hate. But you know what? You got to dismiss that as just being sensitive and terrible at the video game. I am giving you a firm groundwork of why. Why the light's not going to go off. That's not clap on, clap off. It's just me doing what I do. Now shut the fuck up and operate the camera. You're going to have to understand something. This team, led by the stern, strict regimen by Robert Bolin, the beast himself. And the reason I call him a beast is because he follows me on Twitter. When you are lead dev, whatever the hell it is, of a multi-billion-dollar company, and you follow the beast known as myself, you become a beast yourself. I have confidence in him that he's going to make this game, and we all know it's going to outsell Black Ops because Call of Duty is like a Super Bowl. Every one released will outsell the next one. I have confidence in you, Robert, that you're going to make this game even bigger than the last installment. And any ideas you want to curtail camping, I'm a PM away. A PM away. And a phone call away if necessary. I can help you guys. But I'll be pumped up for 11-11. 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Triple 11s. I'll be pumped up for that day. And when it happens, we're going to use stern and strict Call of Duty commentaries. Maybe you would like a theater mode involved. But seriously, go at it. I won't make too many videos on this because I know you guys. One more thing, please. For the love of God. Have an open beta. Invite me to it, whatever. Have some type of beta for about 3 weeks before the game, prior to the game's release. Or maybe 3 weeks prior to the game's release, and then you can have 3 weeks to work on it. We need to let the public, people like me, test the game out thoroughly and give it a go. That's all I ask for. And I beg of you to let the beast, seriously, have a beta, for real. Other than that, that's it. Modern Warfare 3. By the way, seriously, listen, when I'm doing something here, do never, ever interrupt me, because that's like the sixth goddamn time you did it. The last cameraman guy did that, he's been fired. He's been fired twice and over. Do not do that.